They're going to say that if you give them bump stock, it's going to be a slippery slope. I certainly hope so.
You know, people want to take away your guns. Nobody wants to take away people's guns. We just don't want to be any different than Canada or Australia or Great Britain.
If you own an AR-15, keep it. Continue to use it responsibly.
Well, yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm here to make a short video to tell you to get prepared. We have to say no to what is coming down the tube as we speak. I already live in a state where they are doing statewide what they want to do nationwide. Elizabeth Warren and others with bills to track ammo purchases for ammo stamping, to have us under the boot create this new treaty to as a global disarmament. And for whatever reason, our state, our representatives are now following this. So this is starting to look like something out of a fiction novel. I'm here in New York State on a 50-degree day, a nice day out in the middle of February. Cannot believe it is this warm out in the state at this time. But ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be just a couple minute video while I prepare to shoot another video. Just tell you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be coming out with more gun videos, news about guns. So what they've done in New York State is what they're gonna do nationwide. So they're already trying it with this global disarmament treaty to be able to track the end users of firearms. They want to stamp individual ammunition. They're gonna make it to the point where you say that this is not gonna happen. It's impossible. That's the point, because no gun manufacturer is gonna go through with this. So the point is, stopping the ammo is gonna stop the guns. That's what they want to do. They want to disarm the public. It's not even a question. I don't know how a lot of leftists will say they're not coming after your guns. They've clearly come after the firearms, okay? They say they're not coming after the guns when places like Trudeau in Canada, where they say they're not coming after the guns, you can almost not even own a firearm.
Here is that the first step towards registering your guns is just the first step towards taking away guns from everyone. That's never going to happen, because here in Canada we have a culture that has grown up with guns and that respects the need to go out into the wilderness and shoot things from time to time.
Effective immediately. It is no longer permitted to buy, sell, transport, import, or use military-grade assault weapons in this country. To protect law-abiding gun owners from criminal liability until they can take steps to comply with this new law, there will be a 2-year amnesty period, and we will legislate fair compensation. And we will work with the provinces and territories to enable municipalities to restrict handguns.
They're going to say that if you give them bump stock, it's going to be a slippery slope. I certainly hope so.
You know, people want to take away your guns. Nobody wants to take away people's guns. We just don't want to be any different than Canada or Australia or Great Britain.
If you own an AR-15, keep it. Continue to use it responsibly.
Well, yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47.
It's just a complete lie. They just lie to your face to take what you rightfully have the right to own. Okay, so what did they do in New York State? And what are they trying to do in California? They just had to stay on this ruling. Supreme Court Benitez, he stopped the unconstitutional ammo background checks in California. And then they said, they then said, okay, right now we're looking it over. We're going to keep it. So what does that mean? Right now, I want to tell you what it means for New York State, because in New York State, we don't have a guy like Benitez. They passed it in New York State. So what does that mean? So now, you're going to have to go through a background check every time you buy ammo. There's no, you bought ammo one time, we got you saved up for the next 6 months. So if you could pass a background check for a gun, you could pass for ammo. So that means it's going through, since the NICS system only works for firearms, it doesn't work for, you can't use it, they can't use it for ammunition. They had to create this whole new system with the state police. And you already know how the government is. You already know how it's been with background checks sometimes. You're waiting days on end at times, especially when they create these new laws and there's a whole backlog. So now there's been stories of people that have a clean, squeaky clean record that are denied for ammunition. They ask you if you live within city limits. The state police, as you know, are state police. You already know what they are, what they're used for. Okay, so there's no question about that. So this is the backdoor registration that they have, just the same as background checks or a backdoor registration, how the gun stores keep all this information, just like how in Red Dawn, They went to the gun shops, got the information. Forget if it was Red Dawn or something else, but they go to the gun shops. They get the information, all the gun owners, who bought what. So they know who's got the gun. So that's a registration in itself. And now with, you know, pistol permits, so that's a registration. Then you have ammunition. So they track how much ammunition. I'm pretty sure if you buy over 10 rounds, that is considered a high amount. And they're keeping records of all this. State police are keeping records of what weapons you're buying, as well as what ammunition you are buying and how much ammunition, the type of ammunition, the caliber, how much you are buying, and they're keeping records of this. They're keeping records of this right now. They're learning all this information. And I can't say 100% if they're keeping this on a stockpile or if they're getting rid of this information, but why wouldn't they keep this information? Why would they not keep this information? So you're going in to buy a pack of 22s to get rid of some pests on your land or a plink. You're waiting hours. It could take 10 minutes. Or it could take days on end, okay? So that's what's gonna happen in California if people don't stand up and disagree with what is going on. Because in New York State, we tried to sue them. We tried to get a 6 months grace period. If you pass, then you can go in, you get like a card or something like that where you pass the background check once, then you can go in and buy ammo for 6 months without having to go through it every single time. So you know what? This is gonna work in our favor in a way, but not at the same time, because now this is promoting people to buy batches of ammo. Instead of going in to buy a box of ammo, people are buying thousands of rounds. I bought thousands of rounds before this happened, thinking that I was going to get in before the law occurred, but then it didn't, and I had to wait days on end to pass the background check. My ammo actually came in 2 batches from Texas to my FFL, because in New York State, you can't ship ammo to your house. Communists. It came in 2 batches, so I had to pay for 2 separate background checks, and my gunsmith told me he's not even selling ammo to me anymore and he's an FFL, because of the hassle. He doesn't make barely any money off of it. They have to charge for the background checks through the state police. You have to pay for it. So something that they're screwing us over on, we're having to pay for. And this is encouraging a lot of small business owners that aren't like corporations, that aren't like your Runnings or bigger gun shops. They're just going to be like, you know, your guy having an FFL out of his garage. A lot of them, if they're not just so passionate about it, they're just not going to want to do it. Like my gunsmith, he's getting older. He's sick, and he's not going to haul in 50 to 100 pound boxes on a dolly from the box truck up the road for $5, for $10, you know, and they could say, you know, add more money onto it to charge upsell it. But then why do I not go to a corporate place at that point? It's just screwing us over, ladies and gentlemen. But if you disagree with this, you want to stand up for the Second Amendment, you'd rather live dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery, I encourage you, like, comment, and subscribe. Click that bell notification to be notified of my videos, because the algorithms do not favor this content, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you on the next video.